No, I don't need you to exchange your life with mine. I won't allow you to do that. Hang in there. I'll bring you to the hospital right now," she yelled, carrying him onto her back. "It's useless," Michael shook his head. "I was supposed to die 10 years ago, but I have been worried about you. Now that you've grown up, it's time for me to be with." "No, I don't want you to die," Abigail roared. "Your mother. Everyone will have to die eventually, silly girl. I'm already fortunate to live until today. In this lifetime, I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. I only have regrets for you. I'm not a good father nor a good husband. Not only did I not protect your mother, but I also failed to take good care of you. I'm a complete failure." His weakening voice was filled with guilt. "No, you're wrong. It's not like that." Face uncontrollably, Abigail kept shaking her head as tears streamed down her. "I've never done anything for you before. Today, I finally managed to do what a father should. Abigail, I'm incredibly proud to have you as my daughter. You've been my source of hope and joy. Your light has brightened my life. Don't cry anymore. Silly girl, take care of yourself. From now on, you have to rely on yourself." Michael struggled to raise his hand, attempting to wipe away the tears from the corner of her eye. However, he was only halfway through when his hand fell down heavily, and that marked the end of a generational legend. "Dad!" Seeing Michael had breathed his last, Abigail was stunned for a moment. She then burst into tears. "Dad! Wake up, Dad!" she cried out mournfully. She held her father's lifeless body tightly as sadness washed over her. 2 tracks of bloody tears coursed down her face and dripped onto the ground. She couldn't believe that her only family was gone. She was all on her own from now on. At this moment, she seemed to have fallen into a dark abyss. Her entire world had turned colorless. He has finally died. Looking at Michael's corpse, Theodore couldn't help but laugh. "This is great. Someone like him should be eliminated." So what if he was one of the 5 ultimate grandmasters of Balerno? Didn't he still end up dead? Graham sneered. Michael's death was undeniably a weight off his mind. On the other hand, Orson only let out a long sigh. "Now, finish off these 2 women." Theodore suddenly pointed at Abigail. Hearing that, everyone was stunned. Didn't Theodore agree to let them go earlier? Why did he suddenly change his mind? What are you talking about? Didn't you agree not to pursue this any further? Why are you going back on your word? Azalea frowned. She thought that as a grandmother, Theodore would stick to his promise. She didn't expect him to be so shameless and publicly change his mind. HMPH. Do you think Michael would end his life if I didn't say that? Besides, I only promised not to harm her personally. I never said my disciples couldn't, Theodore argued.